Scrapped AEW plans for an ROH Champion have been revealed, plus multiple matches have been added to ROH Death Before Dishonor tonight, and we have an update on a WWE Star's in-ring return. It's all in the wrestling news right now. ROH presents Death Before Dishonor tonight. Tonight. We'll watch wrestling tonight. There was an original plan for what we were going to see at Death Before Dishonor. Then the plan that we got, what was the original idea?
So this comes from Fightful Select, and they revealed that the original plans for Death Before Dishonor were actually rematches from Supercard of Honor, Samoa Joe versus Mark Briscoe and Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston. However, Joe and Eddie were unavailable at the time of the card being set up, so plans have changed.
Now, Eddie Kingston is currently in Japan doing great things in the G1. However, Samoa Joe is on the card, but I thought he wasn't available. Well, he wasn't meant to be. You see, Samoa Joe had earmarked a big chunk of time off from AEW and Ring of Honor to do press for Twisted Metal. However, we have the small matter of the Hollywood strike.
Yeah, all the writers' strikes and stuff going on at the moment, right?
So, obviously, writers should be paid exactly what they're worth to support the strikes. And Samoa Joe, consequently, is free. So we had this big block of time off that was planned, and then they went, come and do Death Before Dishonor. Fightful Select say this time off was originally scheduled to take place during Death Before Dishonor's pay-per-view, which meant Joe was going to miss quite a lot of time to do media and appearances for Twisted Metal. However, due to the strikes, Joe will no longer be making those appearances and is subsequently available for the pay-per-view. Plans were changed last week that included Joe on the show.
Prior to that, Ring of Honor were planning on moving without Joe, however, and Shane Taylor versus Dalton Castle would have happened at Death Before Dishonor instead. Due to the strike, though, Joe was no longer involved in San Diego Comic-Con, and as a result, the Top Contender Tournament finals were moved up and Samoa Joe was added to the show.
It does still feel like this show has been put together very lastminute.com.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And obviously, sort of Fightful Select here revealing that plans change on the fly. Things can happen on a whim, and sometimes it's like, this person wasn't available one moment, now they are the next. Let's do something because he is the Ring of Honor television champion. Makes sense to have him on the show, doesn't
Let's get him on the show.
Yeah.
So the card is tonight. Quite a busy 0-hour pre-show to get it started.
4 matches were added to that said 0-hour pre-show. We've got Josh Woods versus Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams in a Hot Sauce in a Pure Rules match. We've got Action Andretti and Darius Martin versus the Workhorsemans, JD Drake and Anthony Henry. We've got legit Layla Hirsch, versus Trish Adora, and Shane Taylor versus AR Fox as well. Happy to see Layla Hirsch back.
Yeah, well, Layla competed. She teamed with the Kingdom to up against Trish Adora and co. the other week. So this is nice. This leads into this match here.
Yeah.
On the main card, the ROH World Tag Team titles are on the line. We've got Lucha Bros defending against the Kingdom and Aussie Open and Best Friends.
Oh my God.
Should be fun, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be really good.
Shibata looking to batter in the ROH Pure title division. He's put the belt up against Daniel Garcia. We have a fight without honor between the Dark Order and the Righteous. That could be an arena-wide fun time brawl. Commander takes on Gravity one-on-one.
That made me laugh at that one because I was like, well, how is Gravity going to win? But
Commander's
no, we mean
always beating Gravity whenever you watch his work.
He is.
Samoa Joe, as we say, on the card, he's defending the TV title against Dalton Castle, the winner of the Eliminator tournament. The ROH 6-man tag titles up. The Mogul Embassy putting him up against Taguchi, Master Waito, and Leon Ruffin. The women's title on the line. Athena defends against Willow Nightingale, and in the main event, Claudio Castagnoli defends the ROH World title against Pac.
Oh, that stacked card. Again, even though some of the matches were sort of last minute put together, there's some tasty little things to get our teeth into in this one.
It should be, what a night you've got. You've got SmackDown from the WWE, and you've got Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor as well. Friday night's a good night for fighting.
Rampage. Don't forget about Rampage, Tom.
I forgot about Rampage. Sorry, Rampage. not the wrestler Rampage Brown. I'd never forget about Rampage Brown. There's Rampage Brown there. How would you forget about him? He is a beast, but also a very lovely man. Now let's talk about WWE for a little bit, or in particular, an ex-WWE guy. There was the news came out earlier this week that Eric Young is done with WWE. He turned up at Slammiversary this time last week, and it was reported by Fightful that there were issues regarding him working there with the return of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Well, Eric spoke to PW Insider, and this is Eric's departure in his own words. He said, I signed up for one thing, and it turned into something completely different. And personally, professionally, more importantly for me, morally, I just couldn't work there anymore. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what's going on. The contract was fantastic and all that other stuff. And what I was poised to do on TV was excellent. But in the end, I would have had to answer to somebody I am just not willing to. That's where it ended up now. Like I said earlier, I am a believer in fate and everything happens for a reason, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not bitter about it, just like I wasn't last time. Obviously, it's a massive mistake on one person's part, but a huge gain for wrestling.
Yeah.
Strong words by Eric Young as he returns to Impact. He and Nick Aldis will be fighting next week.
Yeah, I'm happy that he's like going somewhere to get utilized a lot more, at least anyway, because as you were saying, we heard all the stuff about him being in WWE. We didn't really see, well, we didn't see anything of him, and it was like, oh, I wonder if we're going to do some stuff maybe with Bray Wyatt, this, that, and the other. Nothing really came of that. So yeah, like anywhere that someone goes to be utilized more is always it is a good thing for wrestling, isn't it?
It is a very good thing for wrestling. I'm glad to see Eric Young doing stuff that he loves as well. Let's talk about Alexa Bliss to wrap things up. Alexa Bliss announcing just a short while ago that she was pregnant. Congratulations to you on your pregnancy. However, she spoke to the messenger about what being purgent means for her wrestling career.
Yes, she said, I probably won't bounce back as fast as I hope. I'm going to get to working out and doing all that stuff and get to where I need to be, to have time. I'll have the first fundamental months with the baby before thinking about trying to rush back to work. Time away is always a good thing. When it comes to WWE, time away and reinventing a character and evolving yourself is the key to career longevity at WWE. So I always say, time away is such a good thing because it gives people the time to miss you.
How can I miss you if you never go away?
Exactly.
That's what my mother says to me. I'm glad that Alexa Bliss is doing the thing that she wants to do. She's taking time off to have a child and raise a family. And I think when she comes back, should she come back? It's not an ironclad guarantee that she will, but should she come back, I think she'd be a welcome return.
I couldn't agree more, Tom.
You could not agree, nor could I. And thank you and congratulations on being pregnant. We'll have more wrestling news. I'm in a weird mood today.
But it's good. I like it.
I'm the guy.
I like it.
I'm the guy who goes, look how funny I am. I saw that the other day and I was like, that's a fair point, well made. We'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Case.
I love you. Bye.